Hello? Hello? Is anyone out there?
Oh shit, is that Mike? Mike, can you hear me?
Dude. Dude, you made it. What the hell is happening?
Mike, I need you to be careful out there. The people out there are.
Yeah, I saw them. They look like freaking zombies. MAGA hats and Bernie Bros everywhere. Not an original thought or an active brain cell in sight.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The virus mutated and spread hard the past few hours. The news stations aren't even covering it, they're too busy talking about Donald Trump's tweets.
No. That crazy queen of tarts has gone and crossed the goddamn line.
Now, Mike, this is important, Mike. I need you to pay attention to me, Mike. One of the first things those zombies are going to try to do is take out the LiberTEA members. We're too woke and loud not to be targets.
Yeah, about that. Oh, shit! I'm okay. I saved the bong, too.
Mike, it's the fucking Boogaloo. Maybe put the bong down.
Yeah, no, this is good glass. Hey, Pax.
Mike? Mike? Mike?
Many of you must be thinking, what on earth has happened here? Or something along those lines. The mad hosts of LiberTEA are in something of a mess. Come now and gather round, sit a spell, and I'll help you through the facts. We all knew the world was turning upside down, that up was down and left was right, that the rum was always gone, and that the rules had long since ceased to really matter. That something was going to break in this madhouse since it wasn't going to bend. It was only a matter of time before it all unraveled, plunging Togi Wood and the rest of Wonderland into deeper chaos. That is precisely what has happened. And now, all that is, isn't, and all that wasn't, is. In a dark wood filled with things that are never what they seem, the Jabberwocky and the Bandersnatch are the least of our worries. Nowhere is safe, not even our LiberTEA house, but fear not, dear listeners, for there's still a silver lining to be found in this dire and doomful storm. The mad hosts of the Mad LiberTEA Party have survived thus far, and are here to help you prepare yourselves for a Wonderland Boogaloo. Wait, these guys are helping us? We're doomed.
I can't believe you broke the fucking radio. Good job.
I think I got it fixed. Let me find out real quick here. Mike? Mike, can you hear me?
Paxton? Yeah, I got some better ground and put in some distance. Less explodey things here. I'm okay, the bong is okay, and the tea house is fucked.
Mike, listen, Mike. You need to get over here as soon as possible. It won't be long before things get really tense here, and we're gonna need all the extra guns and marijuana you have.
And cookies. Would like some cookies, please.
Well, I definitely have plenty of guns and weed. And cookies. Hi, Wooloo. But,
Hi.
where are you guys hunkered down at?
We're between this way and that way. It's right past the wrong way. Just be careful, the virus is changing people into fucked up monsters.
Like, what?
Psychopaths.
Well, besides the herd, there's also the alphas and boomers.
Ew.
Man, there's a lot of bad shit out there, Mike.
Ugh. Sheeple zombies are the worst.
With any luck, you can avoid them, but I really wouldn't bet on it.
You, sound like you had a few run-ins already. They don't look like such a big deal, but, got any tips?
Well, I mean, a single zombie might not be a huge threat to anyone prepared for the Boogaloo, but when you get several zombies or all getting together, by an alpha, well, then that's whenever they become a real problem. When a vast group of zombies begin marching in the same direction, grumbling all the same bumper sticker slogans like, all cops are bastards, or make America great again, well, with that much mindless repetition, they can overwhelm the best of survivors.
'Cause they're assholes.
Well, that does sound like it'd be a problem, yeah. I'll have to watch my ass then, and keep them from overwhelming me. What can I do if I can't avoid them, though? Just run?
Hide!
Typical greenie.
Fuck you, Paxton.
The best thing you can do to protect your IQ is to take cover behind walls reinforced with facts and logic. But if you have no other choice, the only way to disperse a herd is finding and focusing on the alpha.
The Alpha. Well, how do I find them?
They'll be the one waving their dick around all willy-nilly.
There's always one zombie that started and guides the horde to repeat after their own mindless virtue signaling. Find the zombie screaming the loudest and you found yourself the alpha. Get rid of the leadership and the sheeple will disperse.
Alright, I think I can handle that. There is one thing, though.
What's that?
I noticed something when I was watching the Horde earlier. There were a couple of them acting kinda different. I thought for sure they might have been, like, looking at each other, maybe even talking.
Oh, yeah, sounds like you ran into the Whisperers. Those aren't really zombies.
They're pussies.
What? You're kidding, right?
Nah, I wish I was. The Whispers, as we've come to call them, not completely mindless like the others. Instead, they're survivors like you and me. They have chosen, however, to don a mask of ignorance, burying their heads in the sand to ignore the issues.
No. How could they do that? I can't even imagine. You have to be mistaken, dude.
No, Mike, I'm never wrong. They smear themselves in apathy and disinterest and move into the wandering herds of zombies, blending in among them. They'll never truly speak their positions if they've even gone the extra step to form positions. They choose to hide instead of fight and live a tightrope life between the living and the dead.
That's insane. How do I deal with that kind of crazy?
Well, the best way I've found to deal with the Whisperers is just to blow their cover, expose their hypocrisy to the horde.
Confront them! Take their masks away!
The mindless around them will swarm the fake and eat them alive once they learn they're not on the same team.
Heh. That I can do, man. That I can do. Sounds easy enough. Anything else you got for me before I make a run for it?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of shit out there, Mike. Be on the lookout for the boomers, man. They spew bullshit that's like honey to the mindless. And then they just come swarming.
Oh, great. Do they look like everyone else? How do I know which ones are the boomers?
Well, they're usually stuck in the 50s, so expect some retro clothing.
They're really old, crusty boogers.
Old people? How the fuck did old people get into the greater threat territory?
With their walkers, duh.
Technically, they're not super dangerous on their own, but the boomers spew their bullshit all over the place, from Facebook to Twitter. If you're not prepared, you can get overwhelmed when zombies start to swarm, chasing after all those fake facts. Worst thing is, if a boomer throws up directly on you, it can instantly change you to a zombie with all that putrid misinformation drowning you in conspiracy theories.
Like Alex Jones.
Nasty. That sounds like some big trouble in Little China, man. I better be on my toes. It's not like I've got Vorpal rounds or anything. How do you suggest I deal with these bellowing menaces?
Lots of hand sanitizer. Maybe a little bit of bleach.
I mean, the best thing you can do to fight off boomers is to keep them away from the inexperienced, as they're more likely to succumb to the misinformation without reliable comebacks to their conspiracy theories.
Which is why I'm here with Paxton. I can't survive on my own.
Well, I'm no noob. I ought to be fine.
Hey, I'm trying.
It's okay, Boogaloo. You are trying.
I know you're prepared, Mike, but don't get too cocky. A boomer is typically much hardier and stubborn than a standard zombie. They claim that they know better since they have more experience, and then just dismiss any facts or logic you throw at them.
Well, if I can't fight them off with truth and facts, will a 9 work?
I don't know, man. I just work here. Look, the best thing you can do in these situations is to either avoid and disregard the boomer as much as possible while aiming to aid all those caught in the misinformation spewing, or, alternatively, knowing you can load up and hit them hard with some heavy memeing until they ultimately explode from pure rage.
Can we spray them with some Febreze too? Old people stink.
Mm. Well, I'm locked and loaded for that then. Bring it on, boomer.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Let's tussle, bitches.
Hey, while we're at it, I saw something when I was leaving the LiberTEA house that you might want to keep your ears out for. I'm wary, but, they're bound to be more active around you and your, sense of humor.
My sense of humor?
I'm gonna say offensive things. What the fuck is wrong with you?
wrong?
No, those two guys over there, you're too close to each other. You need to spread them. Fuck that homo. Be a actual libertarian and say, clickety clack, get the fuck back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Paxton, what the actual fuck, dude?
Sigh. Okay, dude, I'm just saying. Still, I don't know what they are, but I'm gonna call them witches. They look nasty, Paxton. Downright deadly. It's really easy to tell when one's coming, at least. If you hear crying and whining, but you don't know who it is, just be ready, okay? First, it's a little thing. Just some noise about something the rest of us may or may not give a flying fuck about. But, at that point you can avoid them. I haven't gotten any closer.
Oh, yeah, no, you shouldn't get closer. You're typically going to be safe if you keep your distance. I've heard of the witches before. Here's the thing. They're never actually doing anything about the stuff they're bitching about.
Which is why Paxton thought I was one at first.
Aw, Wooloo, no.
Suck me dick, Paxton.
Anyways. Does nothing, huh? Yeah, I can see that. Sounds like more of an annoyance to me than a threat, but I'm guessing that if you misstep and get too close to one, you're bound to be in some trouble, right?
Woo.
Oh yeah. You'll hear a deafening scream that of course attracts hordes of other mindless zombies to come to their defense. Then, the witch will violently assault you with their insults about your appearance until they feel better about themselves and retreat before you can compose an intelligent response.
Isn't that what Kyle did?
Ouchie. That sounds worse than the boomer, even. Have you, heard anything about facing one?
I mean, nothing you haven't already figured out, I'm sure. Stay away from the whining noises and go around them. You'd think with all the bitching they do, they'd just go donate or volunteer or something. Just stay away and let your IQ live another day. But if you do ever get into a scrap with one, resist a knee-jerk reply and take a moment to at least drop some knowledge that another potential survivor could find useful. Like...
Oh, I hear you, man. No knee-jerks, got it. But, I'm burning daylight over here. Better save the juice I have left for an emergency, yeah?
Well, there is actually one more thing.
Something else. Okay.
Yeah, they're rare, but knowing you, Mike, I figure I should warn you about this one especially. I'm not too terribly worried about the others, but the vampire, now that's one that could take you down.
Vampires. We have fucking vampires, too?
Yeah, of course we do. They're basically just former emos and nihilists. They arrive when you least expect it, using grim and depressing magic powered by doubt and self-loathing. They can latch onto your willpower and drain the life from you. If you're not careful, they'll overpower any semblance of hope you may have left.
Joke's on them, we don't have any.
Well, that sounds fucking awful. How do I stop those guys?
You don't.
Yeah, that's kind of the worst part. We're not too terribly sure, what can actually stop them. The thing about the vampires that you can try just about anything from trying to inspire them with an emotional response to battering them with logic and facts or even just shooting the shit out of them. A lot of the time they just seem to shrug it off. Seems like they just are completely shielded with their lack of fucks they have.
Uh, Not caring is pretty shitty, but I don't know, man. Not everyone's beyond,
Mike, this is serious. Do not confuse this with someone that you can actually help. It'll take you out. And Ron Paul forbid, if you bring them into a group of other survivors thinking you can help the vampires, well, they'll likely drain the rest of your crew too.
Uh, no, I get it. You're right. I'm beginning to see how that could be pretty fucking bad. Okay, I'll be careful. I'll keep this on standby in case you need a call while I travel. But, I don't know how long it'll last me.
Just get here and we'll figure out what's next.
Mike, be safe. If you're not, I'll take out your heckin' kneecaps.
Okay, Boogaloo. Be careful too, okay?
Eek.
Paxton, watch your ass. Be safe and free, man. I'll see you.
Mike? Mike? Mike!
Fuck. Now I'm stuck with you. Oh, hell no.
Well, shit.
Having found each other's signals and shared some valuable information about the threats out there in Wonderland, the Mad LiberTEA hosts seem to be off to a fair start. Let us hope that they keep it up, for our brave nutters aren't out of the woods yet. Oh no, this is only the beginning. The monsters that roam freely in this Wonderland Boogaloo are fearsome indeed. They are only symptoms of the real threat at hand. The Mad Libertarians may know this, but none of us can afford to forget that these creatures are but victims of something far more heinous. Something that lurks within us all. That's right. We're all infected with the virus known bigly throughout the land as complacency. None of us have escaped its infection. We've had it in us since day one. There is no cure, and there is no relief. The only way to keep the virus dormant is to suffocate it with knowledge and constant vigilance. Each and every one of us must continue to resist the virus or risk becoming the very creatures our brave hosts have warned each other about. For the moment the virus gains the upper hand, you risk losing yourself to the herd. Chins up, though, dear listeners. No one ever said it was going to be easy. Until next time, fight the good fight, and always remember to drink water.